President Trump, look at that, getting down to business, signing a number of major executive orders on his first Monday in office. And our next guest says that they show he has the people in mind. Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano joins us live. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Ainsley. The first order that he signed, the one that hopes to dial back the Affordable Care Act, is the one to which you're referring that I said he has the people in mind. It was revolutionary, and here's why. It basically said, I'm the President of the United States. I expect very quickly that the Affordable Care Act will be gone. Now, the executive order is directed to the people that enforce the Affordable Care Act in the federal government. There's about 10,000 of them. So he's saying, you know, be careful how you enforce it, because it's not going to be the law in a few months. So don't impose any fines. Don't impose any penalties. And for heaven's sakes, if somebody didn't get health insurance, you guys in the IRS, don't impose a tax.
So it sounds like you're right, yeah, helping the people.
Here's the most revolutionary part, and I have never, ever seen this in all the years that I've been practicing law, teaching law, studying law, and administering it as a judge. If there is a clash between a person, an individual, and the government, and you have discretion as to which way to go against the government. Now, presidents and governors never say that. They always say the opposite. So I would entitle this Donald Trump Revolutionary. Donald Trump doing what he said he was going to do. Now, there are a lot of bad parts of the law. One of the bad parts of the law is that the people who administer it have so much discretion. But he's now telling them how to exercise their discretion against the law and in favor of the people.
All right, let's go through some other ones. Mexico City policy. This is where we're going to ban funding for international groups that perform abortion.
The federal government gives away a lot of money to groups that most folks who pay the money to the federal government have never heard of. And if there's a foreign group that lobbies a foreign government to pay for abortions in a foreign country, Republican presidents have banned it, Democratic presidents have permitted it. So this one keeps going back and forth. Reagan banned it, the two Bushes banned it, Clinton permitted it, Obama permitted it, and now Trump is banning it.
Since 1984. All right, what about withdrawing the U.S. from TPP?
The president has the authority to do that. I mean, TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, was never ratified by the Congress. It was just an executive agreement entered into between Barack Obama and the countries in the Pacific Rim. We're out of it. Now, it's going to take a little while to unwind that, because trade deals that were constructed pursuant to it are midstream, but no new deals, and we'll begin to wind it down, because according to Donald Trump, and he's absolutely correct, this drives too much wealth and too many jobs overseas.
All right, the last one we'll talk about is the hiring freeze for the federal government. There's going to be a hiring freeze with the exception of military, national security, and public safety personnel. And
there's also going to be a freeze on pay increases. So he's probably going to get under the skin of a lot of federal employees. Guess what? They have a new boss, and the new boss means what he says, and the new boss believes, guess what? The government works for us. We don't work for the government. And if he can get them to work less expensive with fewer people and consuming fewer assets, he's going to do it.
Yeah, it's just temporary until he can find a long-term solution.
But it shows a couple of things. It shows the power of an individual in the White House committed to principles, and it shows his utter fidelity to what he said he was going to do. He's doing it. And he's not wasting any time.
Thank you, Judge.
Last week he predicted he would be signing 200 executive orders his first week in office. He's halfway there.
Thanks, Judge.